It's Week 18 of the National Football League. Coming up, we'll see Kenny Pickett. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Falcons and the Seahawks, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Pickett back to throw. This one into the hands of Pitts. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Robinson up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Pickett. And that is incomplete.
I almost see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And his kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. And his throw here's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception, and then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Then you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
Yeah, he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw, Pickett. And that's incomplete. You talk about the Seahawks defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, nice move. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Here's 2nd and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Pickett. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch here from London, and also a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. Pickett will look to throw it here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And this one is incomplete. Second and 10. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook. And, look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted him out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. They run again with Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now an option play on second down. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a first and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. On the counter, it's Walker. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. 3 tight ends up front here, third and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Looking for London on the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be third down. Back to throw, Pickett. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, A lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, as you would just say, take your foot off the pedal. Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And some room to work. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 55 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Walker with another carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd down. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Straight ahead, Walker. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Nothing.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he works free. There he goes left side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Now the extra point. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And quickly, they get to the line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start out with a rematch of that low-scoring Super Bowl 53. New England, the winners of that game, traveling to L.A. to take on the Rams. And it's the home team who are out in front. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Sam Howell. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see, currently, they trail in that ball game. The Bears trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting 49ers out in front. Brock Purdy with a touchdown pass. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. He'll drop to throw. And Walker has it. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. The Seahawks send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is brought in at the 21. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Falcon football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Pickett. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Pulled in at the 24. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He may go. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 67 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. That is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing it.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson skirts by him at the 35. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 110 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Pickett now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Pickett back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. I'm kind of surprised by that they keep the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And some room to maneuver. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. On the give, it's Walker. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 153 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Pickett. Into the hands of London. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Right back to him on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Falcons grab it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, 1st down. Pickett will look to throw it here. Sets up the screen to Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Pickett looking to throw on second down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Pickett. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Pickett. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 30. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pickett. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been stymied left and right, converted only 1 time. This is 3rd and 10.
Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Pickett sets up play action.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And caught by London.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
They'll throw again with Pickett. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Seahawks,
they get the victory in the season finale, but it will still mean a sub-500 season as they finish at 8-9.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Falcons,
they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11.
And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.